you.
Hey, Doc, how are you?
And I want to talk to the sheriff over there because I'd like to have 400 people have been invited.
Oh, wow.
It's going to be a big show.
That's a big,
Yeah,
at the range?
at the ranch. You know, the actual ceremony and the reception, everything is being held there.
Okay.
Okay. So
That's a big one.
yeah. So I you know, had
Trying to get it all in order.
exactly.
That, Merck's, no.
No,
it's
Jorge's.
Jorge's.
Jorge's, yeah, that's the only daughter that they, is Amanda, and getting married to Andy, one of the grandsons. ¿Cómo le va? Buenas tardes, bien, ¿y usted? Igualmente, saludarlo
How are you?
como todo el tiempo.
Nice to see you.
She is very much involved with the Marthas.
Okay.
So she invited, you know who's who,
Yeah.
so they're all going to be over there. So in the meantime, I've been taking care of painting and fixing, I mean, you name it. Have you been to my ranch before?
I have checked the one, well, I think it's the one that, real nice house out there, the pond.
Yeah.
Had a couple times that Maurice's kids had gone
Oh, okay.
over there.
Okay.
And a nice big barn, and I think
That's
Roger
right.
has one of his cars
Yeah.
over there, right?
Yes, he still does it, the Continental,
How long has that been there for?
over 30
I
years.
was gonna say.
It's still there.
It hasn't been driven.
No, not at all.
It's nice. I remember the
Yeah.
last time I was there, I think that Charlie and Mark, they kind of, because it's covered, right? They
Yes, it
took
is,
the
it's
cover
covered,
off.
that's right, that's right. Yeah, he's got a canvas over it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it. I don't know what he's
Oh,
gonna
yeah.
do with that, but maybe Mark will start driving.
True.
Hard to say. Hard to say.
Yeah.
So we started at 3 and 5:30 today.
Mm-hmm, 5:30. Yep.
Did you host some people during the weekend of the colonial pageant at the ranch?
Did I what?
Did you have some people at your ranch on
Yes,
the
yes,
colonial pageant?
the
The folks from San Antonio?
the folks from San Antonio, the Rayfield.
The Rayfield, yeah.
The Rayfield.
Because my wife's sister and her husband are very active in that.
Is that
And they
right?
were there
And
that weekend.
did they go to the
I think
ranch?
they did, yeah.
Were they part of that
I
group?
think so, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, Rudy Vasquez is the name of the guy.
It rings a bell with me.
Yeah, he has, I think he probably wore that outfit
Yes,
that they
yes,
wear.
yes.
And then his daughter
Good
was
afternoon, everybody.
the queen or something.
She was
Good, thank
yes.
you.
Yeah,
Looks
yeah.
very chocolate all over.
Yeah, beautiful
Right?
girl.
Like-
beautiful.
Yeah, yeah, pretty
That's
good.
hard.
Very-
It's good for a change every once in a
Oh,
while, you
oh,
know.
this must be somebody else then.
Is that right?
Yeah, because the one that,
Oh, no.
Alicia down there.
I know.
Oh, okay.
How was your trip?
It was fun.
That must be somebody.
Somebody else.
But there's part of that same group.
Well, they look forward to it.
Yeah, no, no, they were, very nice ranch.
We've done that for several years. Hey, ¿cómo le va? ¿Cómo está?
Almost Friday.
Almost Friday, I feel like it's like, oh, a long week, I feel like.
Yes. Okay.
She's still over there, so it's like. She's coming, she's coming. Hi.
Good afternoon, everyone. The time is 5:31 on this, the second day of March 2023, and I call this meeting of the Laredo College Board of Trustees to order. If I can ask Mr. Delgado and Mr. Martinez for the prayer and the Pledge of Allegiance. Will everybody please stand?
Loving and gracious God, you are indeed the giver of all good gifts. And we thank you today for all your blessings, for the successful outcomes of our college events, for all of our faculty, our staff, and most importantly, our students. We ask that you bless them abundantly, and we continue to seek your wisdom, guidance, courage, and strength. Be with us in our deliberations, and help us to be wise in the decisions that we make for the good of all those who have placed their trust and their confidence in our leadership. Give us the insight to lead with integrity so that our decisions may reflect what is right and what is good. Dear Lord, grant us a humility to always seek your will in all that we do and all that we say. Amen.
Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, gentlemen. Mrs. Ramos, can you please call
Yes.
roll?
Yes, ma'am. Apologize. Lupita Cepeda,
Present.
Jorge J.D. Delgado,
Present.
Jackie Levin Ramos present, Erica Benavides Garcia,
Present.
Cindy Liendo, absent, Mercurio Martinez Jr.,
Present.
Esteban Rangel,
Present.
Karina Elizondo, absent, Tita Cantu Vela, absent.
She'll be late.
You have a quorum, ma'am.
Thank you. Let the record show that a quorum of board members is present, that this meeting has been duly called, and that notice of this meeting has been posted in accordance with the Texas Open Meetings Act. Do we have any public testimony?
There are none, ma'am.
Thank you. Next item is discussion and possible action. I have item 4A, annexation of new property, which has been annexed by the city of Laredo. Mr. Cesar Vela.
Good afternoon, board members. Cesar Vela, VP of Finance and Administration for the record. This item is requesting that the board approve the annexations of property that were annexed by the city of Laredo on January 17th, 2023. The city annexed 6 tracts of land. The documentation is included in your board packet. We do have a resolution that is part of the process, and I'll go ahead and read the resolution that will be up for approval tonight. Whereas pursuant to HB 1182, passed by the 67th legislature, an election was called and had on April 2nd, 1983, for the purpose of annexing that portion of the city of Laredo not within the boundaries of the Laredo Municipal Junior College District, at which election a majority of the voters residing within the district as changed by the proposed election voted in favor of such annexation, and such new property were thereby annexed. And whereas subsequent to said election, the name of the Laredo Municipal Junior College was changed to the Laredo College District, and whereas on or about January 17, 2023, the city of Laredo annexed new property described by meets and bounds in 6 attached ordinances, and being generally described as following to it. Track 1, Alcid Tract, being 8.69 acre tract of land out of a 15.00 acre tract of land, out of a tract of land conveyed by deed to Polaris Office Suites, Inc., recorded in volume 5199, page 55, official public records, Webb County, Texas, situated in Porción 10, Tomás Sanchez, abstract 280, Webb County, Texas, and being more particularly described by the attached meets and bounds. Tract number 2, the Reval tract, a tract of land containing 3.05 acres, more or less, partitioned out of Lot 1, Block 1, Martinez Plat, 5.10 acres, recorded in volume 36, page 8, Webb County map records, being more particularly described by the attached meets and bounds. Tract number 3, Emerald Riverview tract, being a tract of land found to contain 305.40 acres, more or less, situated in Porción 15, abstract 53, Jose Prudencio Garcia, original grantee, and Porción 16, abstract 46, Dolores Garcia, original grantee within the Webb County, Texas, out and part of the Emerald River View Development, Ltd., tract recorded in volume 2557, pages 823 through 838 of the deed records of Webb County, Texas, this tract being more particularly described by the attached meet and bounds. Tract number 5, Los Milagros Ranch 2 tract, being a tract of land containing 1.96 acres, more or less, being out of a tract land conveyed by deed to Los Milagros Ranch 2, Ltd., recorded in volume 1363, page 417, official public records, Webb County, Texas, situated in Porción 4, City of Laredo, abstract 234, Webb County, Texas, said 1.96 acre tract being more particularly described by the attached meets and bounds. Tract number 6, 5M WATR Industrial Tract, being a tract of land containing 388.97 acres, more or less, out of a 348.97 acre tract conveyed to WATR Industrial Properties, Ltd., situated in A-530 Webb County, School Land, original grantee, A-231 City of Laredo, original grantee, A-232 City of Laredo, original grantee, and A-233 City of Laredo, original grantee, as recorded in volume 4972, page 81, Webb County official public records, also being out of also 40.00 acre tract conveyed to 5M Industrial Investments, Ltd., situated in A-232, City of Laredo, original grantee, as recorded in volume 5601, page 334, Webb County official public records, and being more particularly described by the attached meets and bounds. And lastly, tract number 7, Saldaña tract, being all of that certain lot 23, block 3, Pinto Valle Industrial Park, phase 1, recorded in volume 10, page 19, plat records, Webb County, Texas, and being more particularly described by the attached meets and bounds. Whereas it is found to be in the best interest of the Laredo College District and its residents to extend and annex for college purposes all those new properties within the city limits of the city of Laredo, not now within the boundaries of the Laredo College District as is provided by Texas Education Code 130.066. Now therefore be it resolved in order that those areas annexed by the city of Laredo set forth and described by meets and bounds in the 6 attached ordinances be incorporated and annexed to the boundaries of the Laredo College District for college purposes. Passed at Laredo, Texas on this 2nd day of March 2023.
Motion approved.
Second. So I have a motion by Mr. Rangel, I have a second by Mr. Delgado and Mrs. Ramos to approve. Any discussion? Mr. Muir.
Yes, Madam President. Right, oh, let me turn my mic on if I can. As Mr. Vela was reading out the resolution, Dr. Ramirez had pointed out to me that tract number 6, the way it's described in the actual resolution itself, contains two numbers that may be transposed. I mean, certainly tract 6 was annexed by the city of Laredo, but the very first sentence says, being a tract of land containing 88 acres, more or less, out of 348 acre tract. Further, in the paperwork that you've received, there's a map of tract 6, and it looks at like the entire tract is the 388 acres. That's what it looks like. So I think you could adopt this resolution, just subject to correcting,
Track 6.
yeah, the potential mathematical
As
error
amended.
there. But you would be annexing tract 6 and the others,
May I make an amendment to it with proper correction as being acknowledged by legal counsel? I make that a motion proper.
So I have a recommendation by Mr. Martinez to amend the track 6 to correct it per legal. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
I have a second by Mr. Rangel. Any discussion? None heard, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
So that amends the motion. Now you vote on the main motion.
Okay. So I had a motion
Yes.
by Mr. Rangel
Yes.
to approve the annexation of new property which has been annexed by the city of Laredo. And I had a second by Mr. Delgado and Mrs. Ramos. Any discussion on that one?
No, ma'am.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. The next item is 4B, approval for purchase of nursing equipment from Laredo Medical Corporation, Mr. Cesar Vela and Dr. Diane Miller.
Yes, this next item is asking for approval for the purchase of nursing equipment from Laredo Medical Corporation in the amount of $292,739.49. The equipment is going to be used for instruction in the nursing program, and it consists of 1 SIM mom, 3 SIM babies, the training, and a router that will be utilized to connect this equipment. The funding for this purchase is coming from the Governor's Education Emergency Relief Grant through the Texas Higher Education Coordinating Board. And the purchase is being made using a Texas Buy Board contract number 610-20. The amount, again, is $292,739.49, and it is being funded by the Gear 2 fund grant.
Madam Chair, I make a motion to purchase of nursing equipment from Laredo Medical Corporation.
Second.
So I have a motion by Mrs. Ramos. I have a second by Mr. Delgado. Any discussion? None heard. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Gotta make sure I had a quorum. Thank you, Mr. Vela. The next item we have is the executive session. And it's 5A, initiation of the annual evaluation of the college president pursuant to Laredo College Board Policy, BFE Local, Chief Executive Officer evaluation, including establishing goals and procedures, discussing evaluation criteria and tool, and setting a timeline to conduct the evaluation. Closed session pursuant to Texas Government Code, Section 551.074, Ms. Jackie Levin Ramos.
I make a motion.
Second.
So I have a motion by Mrs. Ramos, and I have a second by Mr. Delgado to go into executive session. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? None. Motion carries. So at this time, we're gonna go to executive session. The time now is 5:45, and the board will adjourn into executive session pursuant to sections 551.074 of the Texas Government Code to discuss agenda item number 5A. Thank you.
I'm not asking you to.
Just do it.
Ya se fueron todos. Thank you, everyone.
Motion to adjourn.
I was just waiting for you to.
Yes.
What does this mean?
Bachelor of Science in Biology and a Master.
4'5" tall.
The highest one.
4'5" tall.
We're not talking about your width, we're talking about my height.
That's a
That's it.
damn thing.
I don't know.
4 foot.
Okay, we're reconvening from executive closed session. The time now is 6:56, and the board took no action in executive session. Will take appropriate action on items if necessary as discussed in closed session. So we're gonna go to item 6A, College President 2022-2023 Annual Evaluation, including goals and evaluation criterion 2. Ms. Jackie Levin Ramos.
Madam Chair, I'd like to make a motion to adopt the Laredo College President 2022-2023 evaluation timeline as discussed in executive session.
Second.
So I have a motion by Mrs. Ramos, and I have a second by Mr. Martinez and Mr. Rangel. Oh, Mr. Martinez. Any discussion? None heard, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Next item we have is our next meeting dates. It's Saturday, March 4th at 9 a.m., the board retreat. Then Thursday, March the 30th at 6 p.m., regular Board of Trustees meeting. Do I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
So I have a motion by Mr. Rangel, second by Mrs. Ramos. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Meeting adjourned. Thank you, everybody. Have a good evening.
What happened?
Some mom or something.